Say yes to new beginnings.
Yes.
Say yes to new standards of excellence.
Yes.
Say yes to engaging reportage with a difference.
Yes.
Introducing Yes International Magazine.
So what does Niran like most about being a writer or being into writing?
What do I like most? I think it takes you into, writing takes you into worlds that you cannot even imagine, that you possibly will not imagine. That's one of the things. My work of fiction, The Law is Unheard. People ask me a lot of times, what inspired, because it is a collection of short stories. And some of the stories people will ask me, what inspires this story? And I'm like, that when I started this story, it was something else that I wanted to write. But as I started writing, I don't know whether it's the muse or whatever it was, just took me in a totally different direction that I wasn't even imagining when I started writing the story. So I think the tendency for you to escape, your immediate environment and go into some other places where when you come out, you have a measure of creativity that impacts on the lives of people is one of the most, interesting things about being able to write.
Now, you've talked about what you like most about writing. What don't you like about writing?
Well, sometimes writers are unappreciated. I think that people look down on writers a lot. Last December, somebody came to me and said, somebody that we both know, I'd given my name to somebody who wanted to do a biography. And when they came to me and she told me what she wanted, I said to her that, okay, I'll get back to you to give you an idea of what it's going to cost you. It was sometime, I think it was the first week of December. She wanted this project to be ready this January, an entire book to be ready this January, and all they had were interviews, were transcribed interviews. So when I gave her my bill, she was like, are you going to, does this include printing? And I'm like, I'm sorry, madam, but I'm not a printer. I'm just a writer. So what I have given you is what is going to cost me to put three entire weeks of my life down to deliver on what you want. And what I'm asking you is actually the barest minimum that I can ask, that I can charge for what you want, because I'm going to be working around the clock for like 2 weeks. So they went away. So my opinion is that a lot of times people just think that writers are jokers and that what they do is easy. Maybe it's just for you to write it. That kind of thing. Why charge all of that? So I think that's one of the most annoying things that you find when people talk about writers. But for me, I think what is important is that you know what you are doing and you don't let anybody bring you down. Once they can't give you what you want, just walk away so that everybody will be at peace.
Now, what has been the greatest thing, that writing has done for you?
Many things, really, many things. I mean, even my wife that you mentioned, writing took me to go and meet her now. But it's giving me, I mean, meeting people, having a livelihood. It's also improved me in various aspects of life, because I read, as you read and you write, you learn new things every day. So it's contributed tremendously to my life. I don't know. I mean, and then, I mean, you can imagine, sometimes people even think I'm a celebrity, and I'm like, which celebrity now? So there was a day in Ikeja, in GRA Ikeja. I had gone to use the ATM in the UBA, and I stepped out of my car, and a man stopped me and he said, I know you. And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, sir. I don't know, And I was like, this church? I said, no, sir. Hey, that's cool. No, sir. I said, nah. He looked at me again. I said, what's your name, sir? I said, my name is Niran Adedokun. He said, I know you. And it was like, punch, and all of that. And so, you see, those kind of things you get them, I get them, very frequently when I go to places. People would have just seen your mugshot in a newspaper and they remember you. And they're like, oh man, that piece that you wrote. I love it. You know, they're able to tell you exactly what piece it was, what they love about it, and that kind of thing. You know, so it's a lot of times when people see me, people cannot recognize me because I actually don't look like the picture that I use in the Punch, for instance. And when they say, no, now take your picture, I'm like, no, I just want it to be the.
What would you have wanted writing to do for you that it hasn't done yet?
Well, maybe I want writing to make me a very rich man, and I am not rich yet. So, but it's because we still have life, you know, we trust God that we are going to get there. I also I desire to really be good in I mean to get to do everything, to be able to pour myself out entirely, you know, every skill, every talent, every possibility in me as a writer. I desire to be able to explore it, and I know I haven't even started. I'm still scratching the surface.